Hey, this is Nate.
And I'm Scott, and we're from Skeletonwitch, and you're watching hardrockhaven.net.
Who had the idea for the 70s horror flick music video for I Am of Death?
Chance sort of had the idea for the killing people in the woods sort of horror movie, and it was Evan's idea to stylize it in a 70s kind of way. So it was the two of those guys really came together with the concept and all that, and I just helped do all the bullshit work in between, talking to the director and stuff, trying to make it all work. So yeah, it was those guys.
Who's what's your favorite horror movie? Each of you.
Ooh.
Necromantic 2.
I usually say that too. Yeah, Necromantic 2.
The sequel's better?
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you watch it, you'll know.
How did
you
you guys
unwatch it though?
You can't unwatch it.
Yeah.
How did you guys find the right producer for Serpents Unleashed?
Well, Kurt was somebody we wanted to work with for a while. We almost did Breathing the Fire with him, but his touring schedule and stuff didn't work out, and it was sort of between him and Jack and Dino, who did the record. And so he's been there. He's been around for a while, sort of as somebody we want to work with, and the timing just worked out really well. And, yeah.
I think just from listening to his stuff, everyone has always said our albums lack this energy and almost live feel, and he definitely brings a lot of life into recording. So I think that was another big part of it as well.
A very stoic guy, puts a lot of life into a record.
Right.
It looked like there was some analog recording equipment in the studio. Did you guys record that way?
He bounced some things down to analog, but we didn't record. If we recorded just that way, God knows how much tape we'd have to buy.
We'd still be doing it.
Yeah, I don't know what he all bounced down.
Just
do you remember?
basically,
the whole mix?
I think so.
Yeah.
Nate, I know you're a fan of cats,
Yes.
right? How many do you own?
Me and my girlfriend have one, and then I have two at my mom and dad's house.
And I saw where you had done kind of cat versions of the album covers for past albums, like Forever, Abomination.
Yeah, I didn't do those, but...
Oh, you didn't do it?
No, I didn't do it.
Just
I'm
assume
more
you had
of a
a hand.
Microsoft Paint artist than... I don't know how to do Photoshop.
Oh, man, we should just plug your art right now. It's got a pretty amazing amount of Microsoft Paint drawings on his page. It's
Do it all day at work. Yeah,
it's pretty exceptional. But man, I'll tell you what, people love those cat covers. Because someone sent them to us, and I posted them on Facebook, and it immediately, a million people like it and share it and everything, and then you're like, hey guys, we're playing with Iron Maiden. They're like, what look at this cat. It's always the case. So whenever we see those, we'll post them. But
I think an ex-girlfriend of mine from a long, long time ago might have done the very, very first, beyond the permafrost one, just the cat's face inside the skull, I think. She might have done that, but... And now my new girlfriend's probably going to break up with me because I had a girlfriend before.
I thought I was the first girl you ever dated.
I was just curious if you had one for Serpents Unleashed. Because Leash is in there, so it seems like
I haven't seen one surface yet.
Yeah, we'll have to work on that.
Someone's out there scheming right now. Absolutely.
Well, aside from the obvious duos, there's Tipton and Downing, Smith and Murray, and the Young Brothers. Who are your favorite guitar duos in metal?
Sherman and Denner from Merciful Fate. I like quite a bit. I don't know. There's a lot of guys there's a lot of just solo guys that I love too that aren't duos. I don't know. What other duos are?
I mean, as far as I guess, I don't know. I think the guys from Priest and Priest and Maiden both do a good job. As far as newer stuff, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Me and you.
That's sweet.
Nate, you're my favorite guitar player.
Yeah. You guys are
you're in Evan's mind.
Yeah.
Funny how that record's called Serpents Unleashed, because this song is also called Serpents Unleashed.
Oh,
Athens, obviously, and we're from Columbus, and we always see you guys at local shows and metal shows. You're never shy about going to other shows. Why do you think that's important to still go see live metal, even though you live live metal 24 hours a day?
We need an excuse to go drink beer together.
It's important, I think, sometimes just to kind of put your ear to the ground and see if there's any like local kids kicking your ass yet, And other than that, it's a pretty good excuse to go.
Yeah, I mean, we've become friends with a lot of different metal bands that tour and stuff. So, like, one of the last times I came up was to see Goat Horror and High on Fire. Because I still live in Athens. Nate lives in Columbus actually now. So, anyway, a lot of our friends roll through, and we got to come out and say hello and support too. So there's that. And like me said, checking out any of the other local bands. We know plenty of guys in the town. So,
what brought John Baisley back into the picture for the artwork on the record?
That's a good question.
He just really likes us.
As follows you around.
Yeah, I mean, we've thought about having John do that, or asking John to do the album art every time, but we decided to just mix it up for a couple. And we just kind of decided it was time to go back. We've always considered it. And I guess he won the coin toss this time. I mean, John's he's pretty phenomenal artist. He does a lot of work, and he does puts a lot of detail and a lot of thought into it. A lot of guys, if you want him to draw, we could have said, why don't you draw a pink snake eating a cheeseburger wearing a vest? And some guy would be cool. If you pay me $2,000, I'll draw that. John wouldn't do it. He wants to listen to the lyrics, listen to the demos even before we recorded, and get a feel for what the record's about, and try to make that come across in the artwork and make it all make sense aesthetically. So that's a big thing with working with John that he brings to the table. Besides just that's badass art, is that there's a lot of thought behind it. So that's another pretty big reason that we wanted to go with John again, instead of just something just some random whim that we had that would be a cover. So that was a little more tied together.
So he wanted to hear the music in the early stages?
Oh yeah, John had demos and stuff before. Wow. I think Kurt had demos.
Has the band ever talked about doing like a live CD, DVD kind of thing? Because you've got such a great live show.
We never.
I guess we've talked about it, but I mean, just logistically, there's so much that goes into it as far as are you gonna just set up a bunch of mics in a fucking club, or how pro are you gonna get if you fucking suck that night? Are you gonna go back and re-record shit? Like, I don't know, I think we would set it up to do it, and then maybe we would suck, and then be like, well, we fucking wasted all that money. Someday I'm sure we'll do it.
You just need to have somebody secretly recording it, like not even so the pressure's off.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of old footage and stuff as well, like quite a bit actually. Some better than others. A few things that are multiple camera shots that are usable and stuff too. So we can always we're just gonna go for quantity over quality. We'll give you 10 hours of like live Skeletonwitch. You'll just be so burnt out you won't care.
I'll just want to let the people that do all the YouTube shit just keep doing them for us. That's cheaper that way.
There you go.
Yeah.
Why October for album releases? It's every other October.
It's actually just coincidence.
Just works out.
It really is. Yeah, that's not. It just happens to be like when the record cycle sort of makes sense. We take time off, we write, we schedule studio time, and it a lot of people are like, it's really weird. It's unintentional, but it's not at all. It's really just. I don't know.
I would imagine with a name like Skeletonwitch, though, that if you're going to pick a month.
Oh yeah,
that would be
of course that's the one to do it. Yeah, but total coincidence.
Beyond the Permafrost, produced by Corey Smoot. What are your memories of Corey from the recording process?
Oh, he was funny. Corey was a really funny guy. Really nice guy. The studio was at his house, so afterwards we would just go hang out in his house with him, and his wife and stuff, and so it was a lot of fun. We spent a lot of time with him. So he was goofy and like really fun.
We had some good times. We barbecued a bunch, drank a bunch of beers.
We tried on guar masks.
Yeah, we tried.
Yeah, Corey was great.
The new record was recorded in Salem. I saw the press release with the insert, random witch joke here. But have you guys seen Zombies, Lords of Salem?
Yeah, actually, Dustin went and watched. He saw it while we were there in Salem. Yeah, they had like a big.
They showed it for free, actually, at the tiny little theater they had there.
Yeah.
I still haven't. Neither of you have seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, that's good. Have you ever had the
next 6 questions are about that?
Yeah, there you go. We're done. Have you ever decided or thought about revisiting At One with the Shadows? To re-release or maybe retool things?
After everything sort of dies down with Serpents Unleashed, we'll probably reissue it, One with the Shadows. But we haven't done enough with it yet that we know whether what we're gonna do, how we're gonna package it, if we're gonna remix anything or remaster it or whatever. So we'll figure it out. But absolutely at some point.
The new record had some interesting melodic moments. I know you always have melody in your stuff, but Unending, Ever Living, and This Evil Embrace got some different textures there. Was that obviously it was intentional? But where did those come from?
Just
Scotty.
Yeah. Those two are I wrote a little bit more this time, or Nate actually shot down less of what I wrote, or I don't know. But he's always been the main songwriter, and a little more of my stuff than usually it ends up on an album ended up on there. And those two songs in particular are ones that I wrote that with Nate's help actually too. We really did some serious tape trading, back and forth with riffs and stuff. And Nate's always been a really good composer and arranger, and Nate always shows up like, hey, I wrote a song, and I always have. I just wrote a bunch of weird parts, help me make sense of it. And Nate sort of helped me steer me in the right direction, but encouraged me to throw more of my stuff in there, and I end up doing that kind of stuff, I guess.
Well, right now the show in Columbus is kind of a little mini tour with Ghost. I know you've been out with them before. So do they kill you if you discover their actual identities, or is there a non-disclosure agreement? Or
there's not. There's actually no one under there.
It's just those little fucking fans that you turn on and it just blows up a nameless ghoul, and somehow it can support a guitar.
Absolutely.
No, I don't know how private they keep. I mean, the fact with the internet, I think everyone knows probably who at least the singer is. And I've seen him talking to people after the shows and stuff. So I don't think he is dead serious about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna come out and say, I am the guy. But he doesn't. We haven't been told anything like you can't do this or take a picture of this, or there's been no mention of anything. They probably just, I guess, trusted us or didn't care. Yeah, there was no agreement, no picture clause, no anything. We were wondering about that, and it never was addressed. And we were just like, oh, these are the guys, cool.
Whatever.
We've seen them all in their little Swedish panties when they take showers after the shows too. Always the highlight of the night.
That's something you can't unsee. It's necromantic. Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to say to Skeletonwitch fans that might be watching this right now?
Just thank you for supporting us. I know I say it every time, but we mean it. We're lucky to do what we do, and it's only because of anybody that supports the band that we're able to even be here, with Ghost. And so, thanks a lot.
And I apologize for being so wiggly. I'm sorry. You're probably getting seasick.
It's totally fine. Thank you very much, guys. It's been a pleasure as always.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Steve.
All right, guys. So, not only do we have that new record coming out next Tuesday in 2013. 2013 means one more thing, quite important to me and these guys. On September 17th, 2003, we played our first show in the Union right here. Thank you guys for that. That's what I was about to say, brother. I see a lot of faces that were here fucking 10 years ago. I want to tell those people, man, thank you very, very much for being my fucking friend for 10 years, for one. But believing in this little Ohio band called Skeletonwitch for another. We would have never got this shit off the ground, man, if it wasn't for Athens, Ohio. So thank all you guys very much. It is truly because of you guys that we're allowed to live our fucking dreams, man. So thanks for making that true for me. I appreciate it. So one from an album called Beyond the Permafrost. Upon wings of black. Go!